Hello, I have created something for my DJI Phantom 2 with a Zenmuse gimbal on it, and it's right here in this case. It looks like an ordinary cooler, but it's not. It's actually a case for the entire setup plus some accessories. So let's take a look. Pop it open. And in the top, I've got a bit of foam with 3 slots. This is the pluck foam, the type of foam you can buy online. It's kind of expensive, but it allows you to pluck out different sections for different spaces. In this little bag, which is just a bag I got at Lowe's or Home Depot, it's heavy duty, but it's got our batteries. It's got my batteries for my Fat Shark, and it's also got some screwdrivers, Velcro, rubber bands, all kinds of tools. This is my power cable for my Phantom 2. This is the one that actually plugs in and actually powers the Phantom 2. You can see I kind of plucked out a custom size here on the foam to allow it to sit properly. And these are my Fat Shark goggles in that case right there, and gives them a lot of protection. Basically, one thing you want to do if you're making a case like this is make sure that you don't go above this line right here, because as you can see, there's a ridge, and this thing actually wants to close and seal right there. And by the way, this is a $40 Coleman cooler from I think I got it at Academy. So it's stylish. It's great because you can actually sit on it when you're flying if you want to, and you can put your drinks in it, and it doesn't attract people to want to steal your bird because it looks like a cooler. So let's go back in here. And what I've done is I've actually taken this foam and put it on a very small piece of 1/8 inch plywood, and I've created these little handles on both sides. So there's one here and there's one here. So I'm going to see if I can hold the camera and lift this up at the same time. It's a little awkward, but put it over here. So now that's my piece of plywood, you can see, with the little handles. The handles I made were just little pieces of angled metal that I got at Home Depot or Academy again, and I just glued them down with Gorilla Glue on that side, and there's one on that side, and I made the foam slightly smaller than the board so that I'd have room for that and room to grab it. In the box, first of all, I have taped the Phantom 2 shortcut directions to the lid of the box, so I can tell how many blinks means this and how many bleeps means that. May or may not be important to you, but I kind of like to know when I'm taking off, if I'm low on batteries or if it's not connected with the satellites or whatever. GPS isn't working properly. So I've taped it on the inside of the box. You can also do some stickers, like, I've got my Immersion RC and my Fat Shark and my DJI there on the top. Don't want it to scream quadcopter, but at least I know that that's what it is. And then inside here I have my Phantom 2, which actually has a Zenmuse gimbal on the bottom of it. You can see right here it's not plugged in, so it's kind of sitting a little bit limp right now. It's got the GoPro on it, and it fits with the GoPro, which is nice. The antenna, I don't have to take the antenna off, which is nice because I can just leave it on all the time. I do have to take the antenna off my Fat Shark goggles, but and then I've got my Immersion RC transmitter right there with the antenna on, and I do have to take the one off the goggles, but that's okay. So there that is, and then you can see here what's left. Basically what I've done is I've taken some foam, I've cut it to the shape of the bottom of the cooler, and then I've cut out these little slots right here, and these I cut them kind of tight so that when the landing gear slips in there, it basically holds it in place. And then this is a space for the gimbal as well as the GoPro. And then over here I have taken our remote control unit and standard DJI remote control unit. I put a Fat Shark sticker on it, so I could tell this one from my Phantom 1 to my Phantom 2 because they look exactly the same. And then over here, I've put 3 rare earth magnets, which you can get at any hobby shop or online. I Velcroed them to the side, and because the Phantom has a metal bar, I can basically set it right here, lean it down, and it clicks right into place. And then this thing doesn't really move. These magnets do a good job of holding it right in place. So then I still have room to fit my 2 landing skids right here, and then my Zen Muse and camera right there. So I'll pull that out for a second. If I might glue these at some point if I need to. Right now they're Velcroed on, but like I said, it seems to be doing well. In here I have extra props, screwdrivers, a few other things, but basically I have a little bag. It's a microphone bag from a Shure mic, and I've actually stuck my different documentation down there, instructions and such, which I don't know if I need them, but I just keep them anyway, so they're right down there in case there's any issue. But this, I left a little bit of space right there with the foam so that I'd be able to actually put something in that slot, and that's what this Shure mic bag goes in. So it just kind of slides in there. Like I said, it has extra props and some extra stuff. Now in the corners, I found out what the height of my quadcopter was, where the props are, and about 1/2 inch higher, I have taken these little angle iron pieces again. You can get them at any department store or hardware store, and I have screwed them in to the corners, and I use Gorilla Glue behind them. Now this is white drying Gorilla Glue, so it's not the prettiest stuff, but it actually does peel off. I haven't peeled it off yet, but you can take it and you can actually peel it off right here if you need to. But I don't care that much. And then I used screws that were short enough so they wouldn't penetrate the outside of the box. So they're probably 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch screws. And so I did this on all 4 corners. You can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these little things here in the corners. And that's what holds up my piece of 1/4 inch plywood with the foam on it. And it holds it right above the height of the quadcopter. And then also, if for some reason I was traveling and this thing got tipped over, I would know that would basically hold the quadcopter down in place. It wouldn't allow it to flop all around inside there, because this thing's significantly higher than the quadcopter. I have 5 batteries, and they all sit in little holes right down here. I basically just took a carving knife. The best thing is a Black & Decker electric carving knife for turkeys, and cut into this foam, and was able to make 5 holes, and they all just slide in. And they're tight enough so that if I were to pick this thing up and turn it over, they would all just stay right there. So you got to get a hold of that foam. So this foam on the bottom is actually cheaper foam. It's about probably 3 inches tall, and this foam over here, this pluck foam, is more expensive. It's about 2 inches tall. So that's my case. I hope you enjoy it and like it. It's definitely cheaper than buying the Pelican case or the things available online, about 40 bucks plus the foam and the screws. I'd say into it, I'm probably about 60 bucks into it, including the glue and everything. So it's really a nice, versatile piece of equipment that you can travel with. And also, like I said, you can close the lid and you can sit on it, which is really nice. Hope you like it. Feel free to post questions or comments if you want to, and I'll be sure to answer them. Thank you very much, and happy flying.